Greetings everyone, Spacey G's back to start off the new year with the best, in my opinion, my favorite games of 2013. Now, I'm not going by numbered order this time. I'm done with that. I'm just going to follow suit of everybody else on YouTube and just do it in no particular order. The final game, I will mention though, left the biggest impression on me, and I'll get to that at the very end. Some of you who are close to me on Twitter already know what game that is. If you want to follow me on Twitter, just giving out the plug right now, it's at SpaceyG. There's the link right there. Please follow me on Twitter so you can find out more about what's going on in the gaming world from me. Okay, so let's start this off by saying that Happy New Year, everyone. I hope you had a great holiday. And yes, I do look a bit hairy right now, and that's perfectly alright. You know what? To add some effect to it, I'm just going to add this and kill them all.
First of all, I would like to give an honorable mention to Ace Attorney Dual Destinies, mainly because it's a game series that I'm a really big fan of. It's just unfortunate that I just didn't have the time to play it this year. I did pick it up and I do plan on playing it, but at the moment I really didn't have time to play it, so that's unfortunately going to have to be an honorable mention, because I'm pretty sure had I played the game it probably would have been on the list. I love every other game in the series, however. Animal Crossing New Leaf, once again, same addictive gameplay. They added so much new content into this one, especially now that you're the mayor. Isabelle's gotta be one of the cutest characters they've ever added to the Animal Crossing series, so big thumbs up for Animal Crossing New Leaf. Definitely spent over 70 hours in this game. I've kind of calmed down from it recently, but I would definitely put it on one of my favorite games of 2013, hands down. Considering my interest in the Pokemon series games kind of deteriorated as time went on. I never finished Diamond and Pearl or Platinum, never finished Black or White, and I never picked up Black 2 or White 2. Pokemon Y was the update that I wanted to see in the series in terms of graphics and gameplay. I mean, the gameplay is generally the same, but they added so many cool features like the new EV training, the Mega Evolutions, and then they also added the Pokemon and Me feature, which is possibly one of the coolest features the games have ever had. I must say, I really feel a sense of ownership now over these Pokemon rather than, you know, when there were 2D sprites that animated very awkwardly. You know, it was alright, but, you know, it kind of got old really quickly. The fact that they're full 3D now, and the game just shines throughout. And I haven't even finished it yet, but I'm really close to the end. This game caught me by surprise. I wasn't planning on picking it up because I'm not that big of a Fire Emblem fan, but the way you can build relationships in this game between characters and actually have children that actually fight with you in the front lines is a very, very cool feature that I would like to see happen in more games. But the way Fire Emblem does it, it's a very charming and a very cool way that they do it. It's not too awkward. And Tharja's my waifu in this game. She's absolutely awesome. I'm sure many of you agree that Tharja's the best. This game definitely caught me by surprise, and I'm definitely a fan of the Fire Emblem series now from this point on. Definitely pick up Fire Emblem Awakening. If you haven't already, it's one of the best games on the Nintendo 3DS. Now, for the Vita, Muramasa Rebirth, which needs no introduction. Muramasa is a great game on the Wii already. Never got around to finishing it. The fact that it came out on the Vita though, it looks absolutely fantastic on the Vita system. I can't praise this game enough. It's definitely one of the best ones that I've ever played. And once again, another Vanillaware game. Dragon's Crown for the PlayStation Vita. Now that this is actually cross-platform compatible, so that you can actually play people with the PS3 version online, they actually patched that feature in there, and that's a fantastic feature to have. I must say, Dragon's Crown really also caught me by surprise. I wasn't expecting it to be so good, but if you're a fan of 2D side-scrolling beat-em-ups like Guardian Heroes and games like that, definitely check out Dragon's Crown, because this game has such a unique style, and it's absolutely gorgeous, even on the PlayStation Vita. I had it on the PlayStation 3 as well. I think it's great on both systems. I would even prefer to play it on the PlayStation 3, but the fact that I'm able to play it on the go on the Vita, that's a big plus.
Dead or Alive Ultimate 5. Dead or Alive 5 Ultimate is basically just an updated version of Dead or Alive 5. To me, in my opinion, this is the game that Dead or Alive 5 should have been. And don't get me wrong, I enjoyed Dead or Alive 5 to the fullest, but Dead or Alive 5 Ultimate just makes everything so much better. The fact that you're able to listen to some of the old soundtracks from the older games and use them in this one, That's a win-win for me. I absolutely love that feature. And the fact that they brought back Rachel from the Ninja Gaiden series as well as Momiji as playable characters, awesome. That's exactly what I wanted for Dead or Alive 5. The fact that they put them in here, big thumbs up. I just wish the cover was more like the Japanese version, because the cover for this just sucks. Sonic Lost World. Now, a lot of people are thinking, really? And I'm going to be like, yeah, really. I enjoy this game. I'm having a ball with this game. I love it. And the fact that so many people ripped on it for it being slowed down and a little more slower paced than some of the more recent modern Sonic games, to me, in my opinion, that's not so much a bad thing. There's always a problem in Sonic games that I have, especially the more modern ones, is that when your game just keeps you moving forward and that really fast momentum, you're not able to enjoy the environments, you're not able to explore. You're constantly moving forward, and everything you're going through, you're missing out on. So the fact that this game slows it down a bit is a godsend. I absolutely enjoy it. I think it's a great platformer so far. It's got its little nagging issues sometimes with the controls. They're not the tightest. If you want a good opinion on this game, check out CGR Undertow's review for this, because that's the review that sold me on the game. Alright? Next up, Disney Infinity for the Xbox 360. Now, this is on multiple systems, of course, but the fact that it has all these awesome Disney characters that you're able to play with in this game, sure, you're gonna buy them separately, so it's kind of a cash cow type of franchise, and the fact that I actually got into this in the first place, it just speaks volumes. I don't know what I was thinking, but the fact of the matter is, it's a very solid game, a very interesting take on the whole Skylanders figurine collecting type, thing. But I enjoyed it. It's very lighthearted, it's very fun, and it's a very relaxing game that I can appreciate in these days filled with shooters and violent games. Next up, Injustice: Gods Among Us. This has to be my favorite fighting game of 2013. Now, it's missing some characters that I would have liked to be seeing here. Power Girl. Starfire. But, seriously, without those characters, enough. This game is awesome. I was very skeptical at first when NetherRealm Studios, the makers of Mortal Kombat, were like, oh, we're gonna do a DC-centric fighting game. Now, I was like, okay, you kinda got me with the Mortal Kombat vs. DC. That was pretty decent. I'm not gonna lie, that was a fun game. But when they announced this one, I was like, I'm not interested. Then I played the demo. I got interested. Then I bought the final game. Holy hell, this game is awesome. Next up, one of the more unique games I've played of 2013, The Wonderful 101. Now, when this game was first announced, I had no clue what it was about. I didn't even bother looking up gameplay because the only trailers I saw of it were just like chaos. I didn't understand it. I did not click with me. Upon its release, I just called it Laughable 101. It's an inside joke, but you get my idea. I wasn't too fond of this game when it first came out. But in typical Platinum Games fashion, I eventually saw it was on sale, and I picked it up. Best decision I've made in 2013 when it comes to picking up a game. Because this game surprised me. It's chaotic, yes, and it's gonna kick your ass, yes. But this game is fun as hell. It's so unique and it's so different. It's nothing that I've ever really played before. I'm up to the part right now where I unlocked Wonder Pink, and yes, this game it's crazy. It's just very unique, and it's got that Platinum Games feel to it, so it's got that polish, and that action that's high octane. It's got a great personality. And if you haven't tried it out yet, please play the demo, because if you do like this game, you're going to want to pick it up. Dead Rising 3 has to be one of the best zombie games that I've played in a long time. I love this game, I love the Dead Rising series, but this has to be my favorite in the genre so far. This alone, and Killer Instinct, which is another great game of 2013, but in my opinion, that game is a bit unfinished. I'm putting it on the list as an honorable mention, but Dead Rising 3 was one of the main reasons why I picked up the Xbox One in the first place. Next up, Grand Theft Auto 5. Now, this had to be on the list, obvious reasons, because it's such a well-detailed game. There's so much to do in this game that it's absolutely overwhelming to do it all. I haven't been able to like even scratch the surface of what you can do in this game. I already finished the story, so this definitely goes on my list as one of my favorite games of 2013. Like I said, it really needs no explanation. This one, Hatsune Miku's Project Diva F. For the most part, this has to be one of the best rhythm games I've ever played. It's so stylish, it's so Japanese and unique. I love Hatsune Miku as it is, but the fact that the game actually came out to the US, that's just awesome. I love this game. It's fantastic. If you haven't tried it yet, go check it out because it's going to be one of those rare to find games. Pikmin 3. I got this as a gift from my boy Azure Lake Zone, Surgeman X, for Christmas, and I must say I'm glad I got this one because Pikmin 3 has to be one of my favorite games on the Wii U. I've already spent around 6.5 hours into this game, and I just got it like a couple of days ago. This game is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. The art direction is superb, the graphics, the gameplay, it's so cute, it's so charming, but also has a little dark side to it. I love this game so far. You'll see my post on the Miiverse about it. This game is awesome. If you're a fan of Pikmin and you haven't picked up Pikmin 3 on the Wii U, what are you waiting for? Tomb Raider for the PlayStation 3. Now, I haven't actually finished the game just yet. I'm getting closer, but this game is huge. I'm taking my time with this one, and the fact that they announced a definitive version of it coming soon, like next month soon, it's like, I don't know whether to finish this one now and get the new one, or just wait for the new one to drop in price, because it's going to have to happen eventually. And I'm enjoying this one so far. The graphics are absolutely gorgeous. I just love the art direction, and the gameplay is so solid. The multiplayer I never really played too much of, though, more of the single player. But it's a great game. Super Mario 3D World. This was the killer app for me, in my opinion, for the Wii U. This is the game where I said, okay, you know what? This game and a few others, I think it's time to get the Nintendo Wii U. Now, I was a very big shit talker when it comes to the Wii U until this game came out. Now that I have this game in my hands and I'm able to play it, it's awesome. Let's just say you're having a bad day, Princess Peach in a cat outfit. Enough said. And last but not least, certainly not least, this is the game that left the biggest impression on me of 2013. BioShock Infinite. Now, okay, it's a first-person shooter. In my opinion, it's a first-person action-adventure game. But that's besides the point. It's not so much the gameplay that did it for me in this game, because the gameplay was alright, you know, it's pretty good. It was the characters and the story and that ending. The ending. I don't remember thinking about a game long after I finished it quite like I thought about this one. The last game that did that for me was Mass Effect 3. This game left me that same feeling. What the hell just happened? When I finally read up on it online, it all clicked in my head. I finally got it. And this game, the ending for this game just absolutely blew my mind. And the fact that it left me with an impression that I was still thinking about it days later about it, like even a week after I finished it, I was still texting my boy. I was like, yo Serge, I just can't stop thinking about this ending. Like, wow. The fact that they went that deep with it was just mind-blowing. Now, I can't wait to play the DLC for it. And I know the first part of it came out. I haven't picked it up yet, but I will eventually. But BioShock Infinite has to be my top favorite game of 2013. Like I said, it wasn't so much about the gameplay for me. It was more about the story and the characters. And they did a great job with Elizabeth in this game. I just can't really put it into words anymore. Thank you for watching, everybody. Rate, comment, and subscribe. I hope you liked the video. Give it a thumbs up. If you did, follow me on Twitter once again. And what are your top favorite games of 2013? What game left you the biggest impression this year? Which game do you feel had the biggest impact of you of 2013? Let me know in the comments. I'm interested in hearing your opinions. Were any of these games on your lists? If so, let me know. Make a video about it. Make a video response. I don't care. I would like to see it. Let me know. So thanks for watching, everybody. Space G signing out.